Hi friends, it's Mrs. McCarver and it's time for today's writing lesson. Now, this week and last week and before spring break, we have been writing different informational books and we've learned two types of informational writing we can do. The first type we talked about last month was how-to books. Remember, we talked about how to put our coats on together and then you wrote the steps on how to do something. So a how-to book is when you want to teach someone the steps or the procedure to do something. And we use paper that looked like this. It had spots for 4 steps, and you might have even had more than 4 steps and used more than one piece of paper. The other type of books are all about books or expository books that are teaching about a topic. We have used paper that looks like this with the picture box and then lines at the bottom. That's when you want to teach someone facts about some topic that you know a lot about. Remember, we've even made bubble maps for both of these things, like a bubble map on things we know how to do and a bubble map on topics we know all about that we could teach other people. So this week, you're going to get to choose whether you want to do a how-to book or an all-about book, because both of these types of books follow the same steps. Today, I'm going to review the steps with you so that you can start a new book, and you can choose if you're going to use how-to paper or if you're going to use picture paper with lines. But either way, the first step is to think and plan. When we plan out our book, that means first we're going to think of the topic we want to write about, and then we're going to plan what goes on in each box or on each page. After we've planned it, do you remember what we do? We draw. So we do a quick sketch on each page or in each box to help us remember all the parts we want to include. Then we add labels. Do you remember what labels are? The important words in our plan, in our picture, words that we're probably going to need to write later. And if you look in this one, you can see they write it by parts of the picture. And then the last step we talked about is to write, where you add the words and sentences to go along with your sketches. So today, I think I'm going to start a new how-to book about planting a flower. So I'm going to work on that under the camera to just kind of remember to remind you how you go through each of these steps. When it's your turn to write, you can choose how-to book or information books, and you can follow the steps too. All right, friends, so I'm going to try to get the first couple steps of my how-to book done. The first thing I want to do is to plan. Well, I said this book is going to be about how to plant a flower. So that's my topic or my idea. The first step is going to be to dig a hole in the dirt. And then you would put the seeds in the hole. And then you would cover it up with more dirt. And then you would water it and make sure it gets lots of sunlight. So I went through and I picked my topic and I planned what will go in each box. Step 2 is to sketch or draw my pictures. So my first picture, I said you're going to dig a hole. So there's my hole. And to dig, you need a shovel. And I'm going to stand here, put my hand on the shovel. Okay, and I want you to know I'm outside. All right, so first step was digging a hole. Okay, and then the next step, we have our hole, and we're going to put some seeds in there. Okay. And then we're going to, there's my hole, my seeds are in there. And then we're going to cover up with the dirt. I'm going to sprinkle the dirt back down like I'm using my shovel. to drop the dirt in the hole. Okay. And then the last step is going to be, here's my seeds. They're starting to grow roots. And my last step, I'm going to use the hose to water it. So I'm going to put my hand here. Plenty of water and sunlight. So now you've seen me pick a topic, plan it across the boxes, and do my sketches. Okay, friends, now it's your turn. I started by planning and drawing my new how-to book. I would love for you to get out some paper and start to plan and draw your new informational book. You can choose a how-to or an all-about book. When we come back tomorrow, I'll remind you of some other steps that we can follow to make our writing better.